For 4 years, Sophie lived in a house of death, surrounded by the bodies of the very people who gave her life. Her parents, Sophie, 32, lived in Essex, England, with her loving parents. On the outside, they seemed like a normal, happy family. But behind closed doors, Sophie had a dark secret: she was drowning in debt. A gambling addiction had left her owing over £21,000, and she was desperate to keep it hidden. Instead of facing the truth, Sophie made a chilling decision. Her parents could never find out. One night, she crushed prescription pills and mixed them into their drinks, hoping they wouldn't wake up. The next morning, she checked on her father. He was gone. But her mother? Still breathing. Sophie panicked. Grabbing a hammer, she struck her mother again and again. When that wasn't enough, she used a knife, 7, 8, 9 times, until the silence returned. Then, she got to work. Wrapping her father in a sheet, she created a makeshift shrine. Her mother? Stuffed into the back of a wardrobe. For years, Sophie kept up the illusion. She texted relatives from her parents' phones, pretending they were on vacation. She sent postcards from the seaside, making everyone believe they had retired peacefully. Meanwhile, she drained their bank accounts, lived rent-free, and spent their pensions. But then, COVID hit. No one questioned why her parents weren't visiting. The lie was easier than ever, until their doctor noticed something was wrong. Her father hadn't picked up his medication in years. Concerned, he alerted the authorities. The police knocked. Sophie spun another lie. But suspicion had already taken root. Days later, officers broke down the door. The stench of death filled the air. Sophie stood frozen. There was nowhere left to run. The moment cuffs clicked around her wrists, she confessed everything, every lie, every detail. She even pointed them to the hammer still stained with blood. In the end, justice came swiftly. Sophie was sentenced to 36 years in prison, but the question remained: how did she live among the dead for so long?